What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Russell, and I'm taking a little break from doing LA Noire Let's Plays, and I'm going to jump right back into Starcraft 2. And basically what this is going to be here is a little tutorial. It's going to be a Starcraft 2 fundamental that basically almost everybody knows. But for those of you who are just starting off in the game, have never really played an RTS, have never really played StarCraft before, this will be something for you. So this isn't for like Master League players, Platinum, Diamond, everything like that. It is for some of the bronze and a little bit of the silver players. Bleh, getting tongue tied here. But anyways, basically what this is going to be is I've got a very easy opponent on Metalopolis, and I am playing as Protoss, but I will switch to Terran in the other half of this video. So what it is going to be is basically showing you guys who get Zerg rushed over and over again as to how to stop a Zerg rush type thing, or like how to stop a rush from a Terran player or a Protoss player. So this is basically going to show you a wall off, which quite a few players don't know how to do, and so it's going to be something of that sort where I will just basically be showing you how to wall off your ramp, what to do as you wall off your ramp, and also like what to do as a Protoss player. So the moment you have 9 supply as a Protoss player, this is going to be also a little bit of a build order. I'm going to put the build order in the description also for Protoss. I don't really know exactly the build order for Terran, but I know how to wall off as a Terran player. So this is the build order for Protoss. What you want to do, the moment you have 9 supply, go ahead and place that pylon. Look here, see how like the energy field is just barely on the ramp, just barely off the ramp type thing? Place it right there. And then what I've been doing lately with the probe that I placed the pylon down, since the 4 gate has been nerfed as a Protoss player, I go and scout out the other locations of where the spawn is, and then I hotkey that probe so I can easily go back and forth. And then the moment this pylon is done, you take your probe and you get a gateway and you put it to where it can wall off. Like, see how no units will be able to get through this right here, and then the rest of it is coming later. It will be coming, but see how I can't get my probe through this way? It'll only go this way. And just because I don't want to really wait for the Cybernetics core, I'm going to show you with the gateway also how to do it. You want to do your other gateway just like this right here. So you can see here that your probe can still get out, but we'll get to that soon. So we're just going to cancel this and wait for the Cybernetics core. And I will put this back on here, and I will keep making units because I am failing on the build order. But like I said, I will place the build order in the description. And now I see where my opponent is because I've scouted. And I'm going to put my probe on patrol just to see as to what's going on in his base. And since he is hotkeyed, I am able to just basically see, okay, there's the engineering bay, there's a barracks, and it is building a marine, so I need to get my probe out of there so it does not die. And then the moment your gas is done, bam, 3 probes in it as soon as it's done, especially for this build order, or especially for the opening Protoss player build order. So Cybernetics core done, place that down, try and get it to where you have like this much room open, but not too much, and then pylon down. I know I'm like really flipping up the build order, so this is just basically a tutorial. I will put the actual build order in the description, so do not follow the build order I'm going for right now because it's wonky and way off track. But anyways, you want to have the Zealot coming out here. Right, you want to warp in your Zealot at about the 18 mark, which is exactly what I'm doing right now, is warping in that Zealot at the 18 mark. But it's a little bit late. Like right now, at this point, if you see in the bottom corner here, you see my timer at 4:36. At that point in time, I would have already have like Zerglings in my base. So this is basically the standard opening. Oh, what are you doing? This is basically the standard opening for like a 3-gate robo, or like a 4-gate used to be. And so now we have the Zealot here, and basically, bam, you are completely and 100% walled off. You're able to defend against the Zergling rush because the Zerglings can't get past the Zealot. So what you want to do when you have this Zealot out is basically put him right there and either click this button or press H. So when something comes to attack, like a Zergling comes to attack, they won't be able to get in there. So that is effectively walling off as a Protoss player. And then what you want to do right after you get that Zealot, bam, make that Stalker. Try and get that Stalker out as soon as possible to deter any Zerglings from running away, from like basically coming in and destroying that Zealot, because only like I believe at this point here 2 Zerglings can attack the Zealot at the same time, but I believe maybe only 1. So if you get that Stalker out like that, you're able to get the Stalker right here, and he'll be able to basically push back the Zerg. And then also, with this how it is, you are able to get your Stalker out, and so you are able to get almost every single unit out of your base. And this is also still effectively blocking off any units coming into your base. So we do have the Warp Tech finished, and this is basically how you wall off as a Protoss player. And this is usually only vital against Zerg players. It somewhat helps against a quick rush, like a 2-rack rush from a Terran player, but other than that, it doesn't really help. And so, as you can tell, my macro has suffered, and so I'm just basically throwing down these pylons just because I have all the minerals for them. Anyways, that is how to wall off as a Protoss. I will put the actual build order in the description, and we will cut this and we will go on to how to wall off as a Terran, and I will explain a little bit more about Banelings and everything like that, because, well, I might as well just explain about Banelings right now too, and I will put you on hold. Basically, with Banelings, if you're going to get Baneling busted, they don't do very well against Protoss units, like Protoss buildings, but they do good damage against the Zealot, because the Zealot is a light biological unit. But with the Stalker behind it, it takes like 2 Banelings to kill the Zealot, and if they are trying to Baneling bust you, and you do have, let's say, the Stalkers behind it, like right here, those Stalkers will be able to basically deter any Baneling bust. Bam, Baneling bust defended, just because you are walled off, and they can't really get at your buildings. Anyways, that is Protoss walling off, and now I will cut this, and we will go to Terran walling off. And we are back, and we are now with the Terran, and I will show you basically how to wall off as a Terran. And I'm just doing my quick little shiznat here, so just basically to kill time while we wait for the Terran units to produce and everything like that. Like I said, I don't know the actual build order for Terran on how to wall off, but I'm going to go with a standard, basically kind of like the Protoss build, where you get up to basically 1 supply less than what your max is, and then build that supply depot, that pylon, or that overlord. So we will wait for these 2 to finish. We will grab this guy, and we will build the supply right here. So when you do have enough minerals to build a supply depot, you basically want to put it just like the gateway, bam, right there in the corner, so that no units can get up there. And then you wait for that to finish, and you want to keep building SCVs, keep pumping out probes, keep pumping out drones, SCVs, probes, drones, etc., etc., while this finishes and everything like that. So now you see we have a few more extra minerals, and and then the moment this is done, you want to pump out, like, maybe put like 2 SCVs in queue, and bam, that there's done. B. And now we have the barracks. We build the barracks right next to the supply depot, so that we have a supply depot and a barracks. And if you are against a Zerg player, a thing to do is use 2 SCVs to effectively wall off, and there you go. You are completely and 100% walled off. No units can actually get in right now, I do not believe, so we will see the moment this is done. So we will keep producing SCVs, and then I will go into a little bit more in-depth on how to prevent a Baneling bust onto your ramp like this. So we will, once these are finished, I will kind of show you exactly how to prevent a Baneling bust somewhat effectively. So see, can't get any units out here, nothing can get out, nothing can get in, so you are effectively safe. And so the only thing you can really do is lower that, bam, you're good. So we will get this guy back on the line, and now we will build another barracks, and we will get him back on the line there too, and we will keep doing this. So to prevent a Baneling bust from a Zerg player up your ramp, because these supply depots are a little weak and everything like that, because they only have 400 out of 400, and barracks have 1,000 out of 1,000. So as a Terran player, you're always going to have more than 1 barracks, so you're usually going to have 2 barracks. So one thing you can do as a Terran player, I'm just going to pump out a Marine or 2 just to show you guys the actual way to do this. I'm going to kill the supply depots just because I can, and that's basically how I'm going to show you how to do it, because I need to get rid of those supply depots. So we will have this guy queue up too, and then we will have this guy start attacking the supply depot while the others build. And we will have, yep, he's already building the 2 supply depots that I do need. So what I'm going to show you here is if you are Baneling busted in the beginning, or if you want to be prevented from being Baneling busted, this is how you do it. What you're going to do is see these, you can kind of, if you're seeing where my thought process is going right now, you can kind of see what I'm going for. You can see, okay, he's going to use the 2 barracks and place them exactly like on the ramp. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. The only problem with that is you are going to be effectively walled off in, like, you won't be able to leave unless if you use medevacs to lift your buildings up, or if you lift up one of your barracks when you expand. So if you're able to prevent the Baneling bust, you are able to wall off like so right here, and we will lift you up and we will land you right here, and I don't believe anything can leave. We will see though. Can anything leave? Oh, yep, okay, never mind. We will we will try and find the perfect spot for this, and no, there is not a perfect spot for it. So maybe it takes 3, unless if we land that right there. But anyways, you can see kind of as to where I'm going with this. Like they won't be able to actually really get a good defend up in here. They won't really be able to do much. So maybe you actually do need the supply depot right here, or build like a bunker there or something to defend against that Baneling bust. If you have like, you know what? Let's cancel that. Build a bunker. Nope. Can't build a bunker in that spot. Okay, anyways, so this is kind of how you want it to be laid out. So I think on certain maps it's easier to get this enclosure here with these 2 barracks, because with these 2 barracks you're able to, bam, wall off, keep those Marines there, hold them, and they'll be able to get the whole ramp. So any Banelings coming up here, you're able to get them before they get to the supply depot. So that is an effective way. This is also a very effective way, because you're able to utilize these 2 buildings to stop any Baneling bust. So you can also maybe put like a supply here and a supply here to kind of also wall yourself in a little bit more against the Baneling bust. But this is how you wall off as a Terran player and how you wall off as a Protoss player. So don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will have more LA Noire videos in the morning-ish, afternoon-ish area, because I have to work again. Anyways, and also to note, I am now accepting donations because of the fact that games do cost quite a bit, and with the paychecks that I have been getting lately, because I've like lost hours at work, it's kind of lame. They're a little bit more expensive for me at the time. So if you want to donate, I will also put a link in the description, and there's also a link on my channel page. So I thank you guys for watching this, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.